by the Central Bank of Liberia in collaboration with the Liberia Broadcasting System. This is broadcast on the first and last Wednesdays of every month to highlight developments within the banking sector of the country. I'm your presenter, Cyrus Badio. And on today's edition of Money Matters, we will discuss a new payment system which is about to be launched by the Central Bank of Liberia, known as the Inclusive Instant Payment System. What actually is the new system, and what is it intended to achieve? Well, to provide the details, we have in the studio the Director of the Payment System Department at the Central Bank of Liberia, Mrs. Miata Kute.
Welcome.
Mrs. Kute, good morning and welcome to Money Matters. It's been a while.
Good morning, Mr. Badio. It's a pleasure being here. Thanks to the management of ELBC. And good morning to our fellow listeners, our Liberian people. We are here this morning to have a conversation.
Certainly. For the benefit of our listeners, Mrs. Kute, what is the Inclusive Instant Payment System, the IIPS?
Okay, so when we say inclusive instant payment systems, inclusive means all of us, regardless of who you are, where you have your account, whether with a bank, whether with a fintech or mobile money operator. Instant means fast, quick. How Liberian people can say it. So it's a system that's going to include everyone. When I say everyone, we're talking about all those that provide services in the financial sector. That means the banks, the mobile money operator, the financial technology entities, we call them fintech. We're talking about the microfinance institutions. We're talking about the Village Saving Loans Association, VSLA. We're talking about anyone or everyone that's providing financial services, whether in Monrovia or any part of the country. That's what inclusivity is. And that system that we're talking about is being deployed and implemented on a gradual basis. So today we've done the government of Liberia, we've integrated the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning to make sure that civil service salaries can be gotten on time. We've also integrated the two major mobile money service providers or mobile money operators, that Orange Money and Lone Star Cell MTN Mobile Money.
And we hope to have that. We hope to have them here as the program evolves. Yeah. So, why does Liberia need an inclusive instant payment system at this time?
Mr. Badio, Liberia is not isolated. Today we have had more than 25 countries in Africa that have implemented this system. We're talking about just right here, our next door neighbor, Sierra Leone. Today, if you go to Sierra Leone, you have a mobile money account, you can transfer, between the different service providers. The Gambia, they've done it. We're talking about Ethiopia, we're talking about Rwanda. So it's a global trend. Instant payment systems is a catalyst of driving financial inclusion and having inclusive growth. So most countries around the world, especially Africa, we're using that platform or the instant payment platform to make sure that our citizens are financially included. So Liberia is actually behind, and that's why I'm really excited to give the news to our people. Yes, so instant payment system is a global thing. It's driving on the continent. We're talking about domestic instant payments. We're talking about, when I say domestic, I mean the one that's happening in Liberia. When we're talking about cross-border or international payments, we're talking about sending money out of the country, making payments for goods and services.
You made the point that the Gambia, Sierra Leone are all ahead.
Ghana,
is there any reason why Liberia is starting just about late, or Liberia is behind these countries, which are supposed to all be practically at the same level when it comes to inclusivity and such as brand new system?
Liberia has done tremendously well when it comes to payment systems. I can tell you that to date we've implemented our large value payment system. I've always talked about that. We've also automated our check processing system. We've implemented the Pan-African Payments and Settlement System. That is also allowing our citizens to send money out of Liberia in Liberian dollars. I spoke about it a few months ago. All of the commercial banks are integrated. This instant payment system, which we've launched, the first phase is the mobile money interoperability. That means MTN and Orange can transfer, customers can transfer between those two networks. It's essential. And the good thing is, once your implementation is last, you can leverage the experience of other countries. So I can tell you that we are not late, we are just in time, and this is to the benefit of the entire country.
You were making reference about how, like, the Ministry of Finance will be able to send money out. I mean, give us a little bit more information on that. How will it actually work in practical terms?
So I want you to say, how is it working?
Okay, how?
Yes,
So how is it working?
Very
Because
good.
I'm saying how will it work because it is not been officially launched yet. So as far as we are concerned, it is not yet official until it is official on December 16th, which of course we'll talk about shortly on the program.
Okay, so I will answer that question in this context. Peter Flomo works for the Liberia National Police, and he's assigned in Bonjama. Peter Flomo is supposed to take pay from the government on the 25th of November. But because there's no system, the Ministry of Finance will either issue a check to Peter Flomo. That check will have to go way to Nova where he's assigned to make sure that he stays on his assignment. And then he has to maybe pay transportation to go and cash the check. That's one. Or the Ministry of Finance can issue a check to MTN, No Star Cell Mobile Money, or Orange Money. MTN will take that check, they will deposit it in their account in one commercial bank. When the check clears, which is 3 days, before MTN can sit and credit Peter Flomo or whoever that is assigned in Nova or other parts of the country. That story is to say how difficult it has been, causing delay in civil service getting their salary. What we've done over the last 3 months is to provide a platform for the Ministry of Finance in the Office of the Controller and Accountant General. There's a whole department there. Basically, if the payroll gets approved in alignment with the budget, that staff will just upload the data on the system. The central bank has granted access to the Ministry of Finance, and with just a click of a button, several payments can go to not just Peter Flomo in Bonjama, but all of our teachers in the rural areas, health workers in the rural areas, law enforcement officers in the rural areas, and all that. So we reduce the time it takes to pay civil servant from 1 week to 2 weeks, where the processes are manual, to just a single day, a second. And that is the level of efficiency that it brings. I will talk about it in different contexts. Applicable to access to finance, timely receipt of your salary, but the efficiency, the security surrounding that. So the risks around Peter Flomo getting on back, going to the bank, moving up and down with his money, no more. He will access his salary exactly on his mobile money account. We've done a component for bank account that was done through the electronic funds transfer implementation by the central bank and the Ministry of Finance. And what we've done now is to also facilitate payments by the government through mobile money account. So if you're a vendor, you're providing services for the government, you have an option to either get paid through your bank account or through your mobile money account. If you are a civil servant or pensioner who is getting paid from the government or getting your pension fund, your monthly pension fund, now you can get it instantly. That's what inclusivity is all about. So we've done it successfully for 3 months, and I can tell you the volume of transactions that have been validated in
Oh, now I
by
see
the Ministry of
why
Finance.
you said it's already being implemented.
Yes, we've done it for the last 3 months, and I can tell you the experience that we had when we did it for the first month. The team that's responsible for mobile money payments at the Ministry of Finance, they were like, we have to deposit a check, and somebody has to take the check to the bank physically. The check has to be deposited in the mobile money operator account, again, either MTN or Orange. It takes a day before it clears, and then after that, they have to manually credit those accounts. And he was saying the phone call he got from some of the beneficiaries, because civil servants will always check on their salary. They were calling like, are you sure this is my salary coming now? And he said yes. So the feedback from our civil servants in the rural areas, access to their salary timing, you cannot compare that with anything. And it's very much exciting.
Well, now, we're going back to our people in the rural areas, because they are another key part in this whole process of inclusivity as far as instant payment is concerned. But I'd like for us to also look at the commercial banks. What role are commercial banks playing in all of this?
So I spoke about including everybody, inclusivity. We talk about instant, right? So the first phase, like I said, we've integrated the Ministry of Finance to the instant payment system. We've also integrated the 2 major mobile money operators. I would like to talk about that later. The next phase will be the LRA. So we send out the technical documents and a lot of information to the LRA to have them integrated for the government receipt. So that's the component that has to do with revenue collection. So once we've completed the LRA's integration, whoever you are, whether you have a bank account or a mobile wallet, will be able to pay your taxes. And what that's going to do is instantly, all money pays to the government will be remitted directly to the central bank, to the consolidated revenue accounts, either Liberian dollars or US dollars. So the next phase is the LRA, and then we're moving to the commercial banks. Okay, all of the non-commercial banks will be integrated. That means push and pull will be seamless. One bank cannot say, I have an interface with the LRA, and the other bank say I have an interface with MTN and not Orange or vice versa. So the 9 commercial banks will be integrated to the system. That is first quarter 2026. So to all the commercial banks, technical and functional team listening to me, get ready. The central bank is ready to roll out the switch fully, and you will be engaged. Then we're also moving to the financial technology service providers.
Okay.
We call them the fintech. Talking about the likes of Kana Cash, Tipme, Polar Cash, B&B. They're all providing financial services to our people. Should they be left out? Absolutely not. Customers that are benefiting from their services will have to be included. And what that does is that it allows those customers to transact regardless of where you have your account. So we call it cross-network transaction. Then we're going to move to the VSOs. Those are in the villages, the SUSU.
That's the village
Saving and loan associations, right? There are multiple of them in the different counties. And what they've done is that they have a system where the end of the month or a particular point in time, they will read and put physical cash in a box. So those people are also being left out of the formal financial sector. We cannot have inclusivity without them. So we're going to provide a platform for the shared co-banking, and they will be able to have access to digital financial services. And that system or the shared co-banking will be integrated to the national switch. And by doing that, we will have a holistic or inclusive retail digital payment system. So we're implementing in phases. We've done phase 1 with the government when it comes to their expenditure. We've also integrated the mobile money operators for interoperability or cross-network transactions. And then we'll move to the commercial banks, the fintech, and other service providers, including cards. So today in our market, if you have an ATM card and you go, say you have ATM card for Bank A, and you go to use that card on Bank B, it has to be routed through Visa International. what that does is the cost is very high. Those transactions now, once we deploy the switch for the card, will be routed domestically, bringing down the costs. So it's an all-inclusive system, but we're implementing new phases.
Now, thank you for that. We've also been joined on the program by representatives, I believe, from Orange Money. Yeah. Okay. And what are you?
Ronald Palmer Jurason.
Ronald Lizarasa.
Ronald Palmer Jurason.
Welcome to the program. And what role is your institution playing in this inclusive instant payment system?
All right. Good morning, first to our beloved listeners.
Welcome.
So Orange Money is also a digital financial service provider. We are being regulated by the central bank. The central bank payment system department have been so innovative, and over the past time we've worked together so well that we've come to this point that with Orange Money, the central bank and other mobile financial service providers, we are able to extend financial services to the unbanked population within the rural parts of Liberia. I think today we are about 50%. We've covered about 50% of the unbanked population. The central bank is looking forward to covering about 90% of the unbanked population. People who are not physically actually participating in the financial sector. They still want to include all of them to become players within the financial sector. And so Orange Money, reaching out to the places where banks cannot go, we are able to get the central bank to meet up with that obligation of extending financial service to the unbanked population. Today we have over 1 million customers. These 1 million customers, other service providers also have customers. Places where those financial service providers cannot serve their customers, if Orange Money is there, Orange Money will be able to serve them, because these customers will be able to move money from their platform onto their Orange Money and then make payment directly if there's Orange network within their locations, and vice versa. So the inclusive instant payment system solution is a solution that is going to drive economic development. When we talk about 24-hour economy, this is what that means is that even in the middle of the night, the customer can make transactions without limitations. If the other network is not up, with the other network, the customer is able to transact seamlessly without any distortions.
So Miata, is this what you mean when you say that the mobile money networks will be talking to one another? Please explain that.
Thank you, Mr.
Because all along they've been keeping speech.
Exactly. And once you have a mother in a home, there can be no, cutting speech, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the central bank as a regulator, our desire to ensure financial inclusion, we've moved, Mr. Badio, from 34% in 2011. Now we are currently at 52%. That means 52% adult population have bank account or mobile money wallet. And there's a whole report behind those numbers and what it means for a country. But 52%, is it enough? No. So the instant payment system is going to be one of the activity or solution to drive that. Currently in our market, Mr. Badio, your own money, you don't have the liberty to spend it as you want. Imagine you work hard for your money, right? And say for an example, I have MTN wallet, you have Orange wallet. I owe you or I need to buy something from you, and I cannot transfer to you. I'm being restricted in terms of how I use my own money on my mobile money wallet. So those are some of the challenges. So what this system is going to do, there will be no more excuse, okay? You will not say, oh, I got MTN money, so I can transfer to Orange. Whichever network the central bank has put the system in place that will be able to transact seamlessly. You can transfer from your MTN mobile money to Orange, you can transfer from Orange to MTN. The government can pay to MTN and Orange directly. Once we integrate the commercial banks, imagine you will be able to send to all of the banks from your MTN wallet or your Orange wallet. All of the banks will be able to transfer funds. We're talking about a complete payment ecosystem. And besides granting access to the public, I would like to talk about a particular benefit that has to do
Okay, that's one point which I'm sure the listeners will be keen on. How much will it affect the pockets
Cost of transaction.
or the purchase?
Cost reduction is a key benefit. Quality of service. Now the competition is no longer going to be on I have this group and I'm going to manage my customer base. You will have to provide quality service. You will have to ensure as a mobile money operator or service provider, you have to ensure the security, consumer experience, fraud detection. So it comes with a lot of benefit. But in terms of cost reduction, right? Imagine if you're able to send money across different networks, reducing the cost of transportation, because that's it right now. Okay, if you want to send money from one network, you have to take the physical cash, maybe go to an agent, deposit that. And a critical benefit, Mr. Value, for a second, just think about the job creation when it comes to agents, the number of agents that we have. Those agents are facing challenges because of the exclusivity, the exclusion. You go to this agent on the sidewalk, he's only doing MTN mobile money. You go to the other, he's only doing orange money. If you want to cash out or you want to pay your LEC bill, he will say, I can't accept this one, you know, and you will have to go to get another agent. But just think about a system being in place where customer can transact regardless of who the service provider is. It's a whole business case for the agent network. We expect to see an increase in the number of agents because that's access.
Okay.
We expect to see an increase in the number of merchants. Merchants means those who have shops, supermarkets, gas stations, and you can go there and pay. Because of that interoperability, cross-network transactions, we expect an increase in the number of acceptors. Customers should be able to accept, the provider of those different services should be able to accept mobile money seamlessly because there's no excuse. Now, for us who can credit and look for all of the excuses not to pay, you don't have an excuse now. So if somebody got MTN or Orange, cross network is working very soon, beginning December 16th. And we've tested. We've done a lot of work, a lot of technical work. He can attest to it. What are developing the legal and regulatory framework to ensure that the security, consumer experience is enhanced and all of that. So we are ready to have this roll out for a lifetime.
This is Money Matters live on ELBC Radio. Money Matters is a bi-monthly radio program sponsored by the Central Bank of Liberia in collaboration with the Liberia Broadcasting System. Today we're looking at the Inclusive Instant Payment System, which is to be launched on December 16 this year, and we'll be talking more about that. We have in studio the Director of Payment Systems at the Central Bank of Liberia, Mrs. Miata Obalekute, and the Production and Marketing Manager at Orange Money, Mr. I won't attempt to recall your last name because I like how you pronounce it and I don't want to distort the pronunciation. So please say it again.
Mr. Ronald Alma Zirason.
Okay, that's it. So we'll be talking more about the launch, which is very key to this program when we get back in split seconds. All right, let's get back to the main points of discussion here on Money Matters. The launch, the big launch. It is on the 16th of this month. Tell us more about it, Mrs. Kute.
Mr. Badio, we have a reason to celebrate as a country. We have a reason to celebrate as a central bank regulating the financial sector. I've spoken a lot about the benefits, but some of the benefits cannot even be discussed here today. The customer's experience will tell us as we go along. But this project is so significant because of how it will transform how people do business, how individuals access financial services or credit or improve their lives of people overall. So the central bank will be joined by its partners that supported us in deploying the system. On December 16, Liberia will celebrate. Rwanda is rolling out another product this month, I think it's 6 as well. Ethiopia, there are other countries doing a lot. And Liberia has finally joined the introduction of an inclusive instant payment systems. So December 16, we ask the entire public to celebrate. We will be joined by the CEO of MTN, Mr. Mobile Money, Orange Money, the President of the Bankers Association, all of the CEOs of the commercial banks, the entire government, the national legislature, the executive, and everyone will join us to celebrate. The President himself will be there to do the very first transaction cross-network. The executive governor of the central bank has been extremely supportive. You can see how we are moving very fast. He himself will be there. We will be joined by other partners from the World Bank, African Lender Foundation, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. We'll be joined by Mojalu Foundation. All of the partners have supported us to reach this far. It's an exciting time for Liberia. There will be celebration, culture troop everywhere. We'll be wearing t-shirts. For those of you that saw the launch of the Pan-African Payments and Settlement System, how great it was, the instant payment system launch will even be great.
Let's come to Orange Money. What role will your entity be playing in the launch on December 16th?
So on December 16th, one of the things we'll be playing is to make sure that our systems are up and running. We'll make sure that prior to the event, successful transactions, we keep performing transactions to make sure that we are ready for the launch. And then we'll also carry on some branding at the venue as well. We'll have our team to be there for people who want to get registered on Orange Money to also be registered on Orange Money. And also our CEOs will also be given an opportunity to also give a little speech, also to promote the inclusive instant payment system that the CBN is launching in partnership with both the telcos and that of the other financial institutions.
What will such a system mean for your ordinary customers or Orange Money? What will it mean?
Alright, so currently, there are some customers, which will give us more customers, actually one. There are some customers who receive their salaries through the banks. When I was at the bank, I had an experience where a customer traveled from the remotest part of Sino County, comes to Greenville to receive their salary through the bank. However, this customer comes to the bank and receive their salary for that month and take credits from someone for the next 6 months and ask the person to take all the remaining salary for the remaining year, for the whole year, so that they wouldn't travel from the remotest part coming to Greenville for the next 8 months. And so they pay with extra interest of about 30%. In this case, this customer doesn't have to travel. All they need to do is to be at the comfort of their village, and they receive their money directly on their Orange Money. And they are able to cash out from an Orange agent within that location or any other agent within that location. And so for us, it's going to bring convenience to our customers, as well as it's going to improve the speed of transactions is also going to be improved, especially currently areas where there are no networks, we have cell sites, and so we are able to even to the remotest part where you would think there is no network, with our cell site, we are able to serve our customers both on the telecom side and also on the digital financial service side. So for us, it's going to increase our customer base for us, and then we are going to leverage on that to bring out more innovative solutions so that people in the rural part of Liberia will also benefit from the various innovative solutions that we have as Orange Money and Orange Liberia as large.
So what happens after the launch? What follows next after December 16th?
After December 16th celebration, the system will be live and available for use by all of us. So like he said, we have a service level agreement that allows 99.9% uptime. So it's not a system that will close down as a central bank and go and sleep. If somebody wants to transfer from MTN to Orange or from Orange to MTN, the system is down. No. That system will be available to the public. You will have the opportunity to transfer money and a lot of things. So like he said, one of the benefits is the opportunity for the financial service provider to be innovative. Mr. Badio, on that particular system, they can provide other services. So let me just remind the public that the central bank has issued a guideline that allows the mobile money operator to actually credit you. We call it digital credit.
Wow.
Okay? So we saw that the requirement for crediting from a financial institution is a bit higher. Meanwhile, there are customers who have their money in their mobile money wallet. So we developed a guideline called the digital credit guideline that allows MTN and Orange to actually credit you. So imagine having a system where you credit from Orange or you credit from MTN and there's no money on the other wallet. You can use another wallet and do your payment. We're talking about also innovation surrounding agricultural products. Small and medium enterprises. That's what digital payment does. We're looking at insurance. So with the introduction of the instant and inclusive payment system, we expect all of the service providers, not just the mobile money operator, but the commercial banks, the fintech, we expect all of them to be innovative such that they will have other layers on top of the system where they can reach out to the underserved. Those in the rural areas are very critical for the central bank when it comes to access to digital financial services, and that is our target.
How do vendors do cash outs and send money benefit from the IIPS system?
Vendors. So I can start, and then he's the service provider.
Yes.
So the vendors are allowed to have their account, either a merchant account, mobile money account, and you're able to receive payment. Say, for example, if you have supermarket down the road called Supermarket X, he should not only accept cash. I should go there, buy my things, and be able to transfer from my mobile money account, regardless whether it is MTN or Orange, to his, regardless whether it is MTN or Orange. And those transactions will pass through the switch, will be enabled by the IIPS that I spoke about. And that is also applicable to a gas station. So what that does is the security surrounding theft of your cash, your sales for the day, is greatly minimized, because all of your payments for that day or your sales will be on your wallet or on your mobile money account or in your bank account when the banks get integrated. So that's one of the security for vendors. Timely receipt of payment. Like the example I gave at the beginning of this conversation, you provide a service for the government, and the time it takes to go and run after check from one office to the other and all of that. Imagine if your voucher or whatever gets approved, and you sit and just see an alert in your phone. The Ministry of Finance have paid you for the service or the goods that you provided for the government. Access to finance. You're able to make timely decisions in terms of replenishing your goods in your store. You're able to pay your employees on time. Access. Mr. Badio, you cannot compare access to finance to anything. So that timely access of your money being paid by whoever you've provided service for, matters a lot, and that is good for the entire business community. So that's what the switch is going to do, and not just for the government, but it's going to enable payment between business to business. It's going to enable payment between business to government. We call it B2G. Enable payment between business to person. Say, for example, you have EFBC is renting this facility from Paul Jones. And at the end of the month, EFBC is able to pay Paul Jones on time. That's business to person. Okay? So that's what the instant payment system does. It grants timely access to your cash, okay, your money, or your funds. It provides access to additional value proposition, additional services. I spoke about insurance, I spoke about health. Imagine if you go to JFK, okay, and the time it takes your bill at JFK is $2,000. The time it takes to check that money, $2,000, and pay cash. You just transfer from your account to JFK account. Seamless. There's no excuse. Nobody can say you didn't pay your hospital bill. There's no possibility to have fraud, because from the central bank side, we are also deploying a fraud management system on the IIPS, And the different service providers that will be integrated will be mandated to keep the security standards that we have. So, cut across everything, no worries.
So you wanted to reinforce what Beata said.
Yes. Okay. So with vendors, let's take a look at LEC as a vendor. Now a customer who finds themselves at a place where a particular network is not working could easily move onto their Orange Money and recharge their
Just
LEC.
a microphone to point directly to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a customer who finds themselves at a location where there's no particular network, they can easily move onto their Orange Money and pay their LEC bills. If you find yourself at a remote location where you are using DSTV, you can easily pay your DSTV bills. If you have money on your other network, your other wallet, and you don't have money on your other wallet, you can easily move and then deposit directly into your Orange Money account and make your DSTV bill payments. You can pay your start home bills with Orange Money, no matter where you find yourself, irrespective of whether there's downtime or no downtime, you can easily make payments. Also, what it does for vendors is that one, it increases the vendor customer base, it increases their number of transactions as a vendor, it also increases their revenue as a vendor. And so you realize that these vendors also grows together with the system. So while the system grows, the vendors grows, more customers come on board, and then we have inclusive payments throughout the entire country. So for us, it goes up the vendors' customer base, transaction volume, and that of their revenues as well.
Let's look at financial inclusion and international development. How does the instant inclusive payment system support financial inclusion and international development?
So when you say financial inclusion, we are talking about having your adult population to have access to an account. And that account could be bank account or mobile money account. So that's the first thing. So when we say adult population in Liberia, we're talking about 18 years and above. So basically what we're saying is if you're 18 years and above, you should have an account. Whether you're making business, you're going to school, your allowances, your parents should give it to you on your account. That means you're into a winner, right? They should give it to you on your account. What that financial inclusion does is it grants you access because you are a recognized account holder. Most of us say, oh, you go to bank A, you go to bank B, they can't get all money, they got certain people they can credit, they can't credit the other people. I always tell people, even you as an individual, you cannot credit anybody that you don't know.
Sure.
If you have not had an account with a bank or a mobile money operator or fintech, they can never grant you credit. So that means you will sit, if you got your business, you're operating in 2,000 Liberian dollars, you will just be in that 2,000, 10 years around. There's no way for improvement. But if you can sell at the end of the month and deposit your money in your mobile money account, that mobile money service provider, either MTN or Orange, will recognize you as a customer and study your pattern of transactions. And they're able to determine credit in terms of value that you can get to improve your business. That is financial inclusion. Access to finance. The same thing goes for other products and services. Now, the convenient part about being financially included, that means you have an account with a bank or mobile money operator. You are able to pay your bills. Imagine if you're in the comfort of your home, 12 midnight, your meter goes off. You have money in your mobile money account, either MTN or Orange. You can go on their platform, pay to LEC, get your token, and recharge. That is comfort, convenience. The safety surrounding moving physical cash from one place to the other. Your money is on your wallet, it's safe, it's secure. Even if the phone gets missing, all you need to do is to buy another phone, get your SIM card, change your PIN, your money is right there. But if your bag is under your shoulder or your money in your wallet, you have to be guarding your pocket to make sure that there's no theft. So that is the kind of security that we're talking about. So financial inclusion is closely related to poverty reduction. I spoke about access. You're able to get credit, you're able to improve your business, and you can change your life. So to have poverty reduced, our people must be financially included, be part of the whole financial sector. To have the opportunity to credit or borrow, pay back with interest if it is applicable, improve their lives, They should be able to get quality social services such as electricity, such as water, and be able to pay at a minimum cost. So now, even the cost reduction part of it is also part of poverty reduction. So if you can transfer money between one service provider, the competition is high, the cost has been driven down, and you can be able to reduce poverty. So it's a holistic thing, Mr. Badu, closely linked to poverty reduction.
Surely. Let's interact with our listeners who may want to chime in on this discussion. The numbers are 0776 609 066, 0776 609 066, 0886 454128, 0886 454128. Call. This is the CBL Money Matters program, and today we are looking at the soon-to-be launched Inclusive Instant Financial Payment System, IIPS. Let's take our first call. Hello, this is Money Matters.
Good morning, Mr. Badia.
Good morning.
I've been following the show. I think this initiative is one of the greatest things I've ever heard since this month. Because I've been following, I want to commend the guests. The impact system is going to be a great thing for us. And I've already started seeing the excitement from our voice or presentation. It's very good. And I just want to commend them. I said, and thank you for the platform. It's a very good thing.
Thank you very much. Let's take another call. Oh, sorry. There's too much noise in the background, so please call back. 0776 609 066, 0776 609 066, and please be making your notations. And 0886 454128, 0886 454128. We are talking about the instant inclusive financial system here on Money Matters live on ELBC radio. Now, the other question is, we heard all the positives about it, but what could go wrong?
That's a very good question. So,
Let's see. What could go
as a
wrong?
regulator, I listen to him.
I mean, sometimes everything is put in place, all the balls are tightened and all that, but sometimes something will just go wrong.
So, it's a technology. The system is a technology.
Yeah.
And in technology, there are times that system goes down. However, to prevent a downtime that will last a longer time, the CBL have put in place a backup solution.
Okay.
Whereby as soon as the main system goes down, the backup solution is there to take over. So these have been put in place to mitigate any downtimes that will distort the system. That has been done. From the Orange Money side as well, we also have backup solutions as well to ensure that we are also up and running, so that in case of any system downtime, we're also there to make sure that we are also up within the soonest possible time, so that customers will not even feel the impact. So technology challenges might be a challenge. At the same time, so one of the challenges is going to be the education of the public. Mm-hmm. That is why we are here today, to educate the public, to embrace the system, what the CBL is about to launch, to embrace it, make sure that if you don't have mobile money accounts, you get your Orange Money account, so that you can participate in the instant payment system as a customer. People will ask questions. Some people who might not have knowledge about digital payments. Mm-hmm. This is the time for all the radio stations to also communicate this and educate the public, so that within the soonest possible time, everybody knows what the system is about, how it works, and also they'll be able to participate in the ecosystem. So education is key to the public. The media plays a major role, because the media will also help in educating the public as well. So
Miata, the risks actually are minimal.
Yes. So what could go wrong is, like he said, financial education or digital financial education. We will need the public to understand that once you go to your mobile money, do *144# or *156#. Take your time and read. because if you put my orange number there, you send it to my orange number from your MTN. Once you say send, that money goes.
It's gone.
Okay? So in that case, the time you will have to call maybe MTN or Orange to have the transaction reversed. Like we say, it's instant.
Yeah.
So what we've done, like you spoke about the security.
Can you please hold on to that thought? Don't for I'll remind you in a case. Let's hear from one of our esteemed colleagues, Mr. Jonathan Paley. Good morning, sir. How are you doing?
Good morning, Cyrus, and good morning to the team in studio.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for the introduction of this program, for the awareness. I think it's go beyond Liberia because this is actually a game changer. It's going to help our people, it's going to help all of us a lot. Like, you can't just go back from saying thank you that this service has been introduced to Liberia. We look forward to it being rolled out to work across the country. And I just waited before I leave one of the studios talk about downtime. You know, this is a diplomatic term which means waste of time or delay. So our people should understand this because the message should go to everybody, including those who may not be so much letters. So downtime is diplomatic term which means delay or waste of time. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Jonathan. It was a pleasure hearing from you. Yeah, that you were in.
So one challenge that I spoke about is
Can we just squeeze in just
Sure.
another call?
Yes,
Please
yes, let's do that.
note your points, please. Hello, this is Money Matters on your radio.
Morning, how are you this morning?
Good morning, welcome.
Thank you. Yesterday night, they're calling from just a second.
Welcome, sir.
Okay. Thank you so much. I mean, say thank you to the team, ATU, and thanks to Senator Bank for this great initiative. And I want to know what's it have to do with the agent that provide services to as these two companies join together to have one mobile money transaction. I want to know how is coordination and training within like because this is the new system. I want to know as well as and come together all on the agent to have a special workshop teaching them how to carry on this information. So I thought it would relate to you have training so to get it please.
Your line is going by, but I think we got the point. Yes, I think you should address that.
okay. So agent work, network. He talked about promotion. So let me just say, this is not a system that the central bank is going to give to the general public. No. This system is being deployed. We're putting it on the table, and we're saying so long you operating in the financial sector, you cannot operate all by yourself. Where your customer can only transact with you, they can transact with other customers. Can't plug in. Can't plug in, so everybody can be able to transact. So we put the system down. MTN plug inside. MTN mobile money, Orange money plug inside. So if a customer comes to you as an agent, you will still do your *156# or *144#. But what you will see now is, or a customer, if you want to transfer money, you will see transfer to other network that has not been there before. So if you do your *144#, which is Orange money, you will see transfer to other network. So if you transfer it from Orange to Orange or from MTN to MTN, we got nothing to do with that as a central bank. But what we've done is to enable you to transfer from Orange to MTN or from MTN to Orange. So if you say transfer to other network, then they will say put the number in. At that particular point in time, if you transfer it from MTN to Orange, we expect you to put the customer Orange number in. Or if you transfer it from Orange to MTN, we expect you to put the MTN number in. So that cross-network transaction, that's it. So from an agent experience, when a person comes to you, they will have to send the money to you first. So based at a particular point in time now, you can't say, oh, I can't operate with this other network, or I can't operate with this one. All the person will have to do is to get your agent number, transfer that money to you regardless of what kind of network they have their account in, or mobile money operator. So the money comes to you and you're able to either cash out or use it for the customer payment and all of that. So that is the experience. And what we've done, let me just connect the point when I talk about sending transaction in error, asking the people to take their time to read.
Sure.
If I'm transferring to Mr. Badio who has orange number and I got MTN number, the system will say transfer to other network. So I will click on it or I will touch it as you can do it on the screen and then be able to put Mr. Badio number in. Mr. Badio name, we requested for that. Mr. Badio name will appear. You are sending money to Mr. Cyrus Badio on this orange number. That means I have MTN number. I will have to make sure that Mr. Badio is the person I intend to send the money to. And then I say yes. So we've enhanced the user interface from the switch that you cannot just say you're sending money to the person's number. You will see the person's name and the person's number. So I'm urging the public to avoid mistake because I know we'll be sending money now to different people. Take your time, make sure the person's name and their number is there, and you'll show
Because
the person you want to send money
as
to.
the name depicts, it's instant. And once it goes through to reversing,
we call it pay now. Pay now.
we just about run out of time. What message are we taking from here? What are the takeaways? And perhaps please include also the launch on December 16th. Let's start with the Orange mobile.
Orange money.
Yeah, orange money. Yeah, sure.
So we urge the entire public to embrace the inclusive instant payment solution. Let's work together. Let's make this a success. Let everybody be a player. If you don't have orange money, make sure you have your orange money active to be part of the inclusive instant payment systems, so that whatever benefit comes along with, you can also benefit to the vendors as well. This is the time to make sure that you have an orange money vending account to be able to receive payments from all other networks as well. To our subscribers, if you don't have an orange money account or your orange money account is not active, make sure it's active so that you can benefit from any other opportunity that comes along with the inclusive instant payment solution.
And let's inform our listeners that MTN Mobile Money was also invited to the program, but they didn't show up. Miara, please conclude mainly about December 16th.
Okay. So to all
In 30 seconds.
Yes, to all of you listening, the Central Bank of Liberia has now delivered what we call the instant and inclusive payment system, or we call mobile money interoperability. That word has been going around for a long time.
That's a big
and
one.
we've tested transactions, safe, a lot of transactions we've done. And December 16th, once we have the first transaction go live, the system is going to be open for the entire public. This system is going to ensure that your service providers, whether MTN or Orange, can provide quality service. It's going to drive down costs because competition is going to be high. It's going to be more now on the kind of services we provide. And generally, it's going to facilitate financial inclusion and poverty reduction. Liberia, let's enjoy. Ghana, Nigeria, the Gambia, Sierra Leone, they are not better than us. We've done it, and together we will drive a digital payment landscape.
Oh, I can hear the excitement in the voice of Mrs. Niata Obole Kute. She's the Director of Payment Systems at the Central Bank of Liberia, and Mr. Ronald Bisserasa, Product and Marketing Manager at Orange Money. This has been another production of Money Matters, produced by the Central Bank of Liberia and in collaboration with the Liberia Broadcasting System. My name is Cyrus Badio, your presenter. See you next time. Have a blessed day.
Thank you, Mr.
very much.
Badio.